Hello, my name is Isaac Arvisu. Starting today, static summarization. Just the difference between the two. What are some of the I've used sort of? I'm using Cisco packet trace, and I set up a situation. Routers. I went ahead and just gave everyone set up my networks. As you can see, there's zero. I have an IP 6.2.168.10.1, 68.10. Again, 0 0. Well as router one is going to be the same network 682 network between router 1 and 2.168.20. Third network 2.168.30. So I'm going to go over static routing first. Nitpicky process. It is a little bit into for exactly who's communicating to, just to ensure that it interferes with any. Some cons with static routing. If, example, if my router one goes down, router zero is a big problem. It's when you get. So let's just get started. Router zero. So the first scene, I would CLI. I ensured that all my connections are shut down. What's up? First thing I want to do is enable terminal. Here I can assign a stack route. So from working from router zero, what I would want to do here is routes and I want to go. So let's just start off easy. I want to get to 192, 168, 20. So my next where with this. I'm going to send a mask, which see. And then what I'm doing next is hop. So router zero to speak to router two over here. It has to go through router. My next hop would actually be this IP. Six. And established. Or we can show IP route. Then you can see that it's this S stands for static. So my 168.10 is communicate 68. Okay. So that's that's if my another way we can kind of that also worked is we ping it, which Let's do that right. 6, 6, 8. So what's 2? See what. And it came back. It didn't receive a ping. The reason for that is because what I just did was eat. I had to set it up to go backwards. So that'd be route 2. Oh, that's why it's not CLI. So let me set up so that my route speak to 0. 6. Next jump. This one is the interface that it's got. This is my 6. To um, show IP routes. See that static route is to 168. And then from here, I can ping just to ensure that this IP 68. And you see, it worked. So that connection is fine. Um, my router 2 is not going to be able to try to ping. Let me actually before that, see if my ping router 2. It works. Perfect. So let me now ping router 3, see if I'm able to communicate there. And it should fail because there's no protocol in place yet. That's what will be. Oh, it didn't work. I wonder why. So let me just set up that static route then. Figure routes trying to 0 is trying to this network 30. No. So this is where it can be a little tricky. You would imagine that the next jump where I need to go next would be maybe this one. Right? But actually my next hop is still this 192.168.10.2. Because that's just where the data will be sent next. I think it's a pretty easy concept to remember. It's just it makes it nice and simple that even with multiple routers being placed, next hop will be pretty consistent as long as it's done. That's set up. Let's ping it one more time. I have a static route going 60. Give me the. Oh no, it didn't work. I wonder why. Because it's still just a one. It again, ping needs to be a two-way street, so I need to set up a static route to communicate three, two wires zero. And I will also, while I'm here already, I'm going to be setting up wire three, two, one, zero. Set up the speak to seconds. Let's see that. It's not bigger. It's terminal. Routes. So it's to this network here and 268 and here. Here. See C subnet. Next hop is this 192.168.30. Wonderful. So that should work. Just really quick, I'll ping it so we can see it. 6, 8. Oh, I messed up on. Um, so router zero. I have a feeling I know. Okay, I believe I know the issue. I believe the issue is that I haven't had router three communicate router one, so it's not able to communicate to router. So let me do that really quickly. Here. Routes. 6, 8. I think that was all you can do. Top will still be two. Okay. Um, I have a feeling this is going to also fail just because I still haven't set up this one. But learning experience for myself is IT. And again, this is this is very one by one protocol. Set this up yet? One by one protocol, and it's very ideal if it's just few devices. Let me approach this by what I think the problem is. It's going to be because I don't have my router three communicating with this network yet. So let me set that up. 6, 8, 0, 6, 8. Now that my router 3 is communicating with both networks. It's here, so I'm just gonna have to show me the IP routes. So this is communicating with, yes, this one, router 0 is communicating with both networks. And and this is also communicating with, yes, wonderful. Doing great, guys. So I'm gonna have this one. This time it should work. Doesn't work, I will pause on the video. It's taking its time. I was actually doing um it's because router 1 configured yet? Yes, it's because router 1's not configured yet. Oh goodness. Okay. It's fine. It's okay. This is okay. I was actually doing a project for class I'm taking, going over this, and I believe they wanted me to go over this whole situation. But I just end up like route summarization, which I believe is significantly easier. So I'm gonna have router 1. That's the it's not 21680. Top will be 68. See that? 哦，that's yeah, no, that should be the next hop. Oh, change. It did. Oh, I see where I messed up. I see the issue. I am putting the wrong final IP address. 3268 20.2 instead of just the 1. There's the issue. Found it. Um, 3 is connected to router 1. These are directly connected. Okay, so everybody should be talking to each other. No, router 2 is not connected to router 0. Okay, let me do that next. So let's So I just what I'm doing is just switching my interface and make it easier just configuration. But once I go to the CLI, it shows you the command that does what I just did. You're confused of how to do that in CLI. That's how you do it. Let's move over here. So my this is my router two interface. This is going to be talking to this network. 192.168.10.0. Top will be 2.168.6. Wonderful. So the ideal portion of why we're a static, you might want to use a static route is because is the fact that with a static route you are manually in, so you will know how to fix it, you know what it's communicating with. But for the most part, with static routing, even though as you can tell, it's a lot of work, you will be there won't be much of any sort of issues that could arise that you can't fix. That's why you may want to on smaller networks. Obviously, it's a little bit helpful. Um, as you can tell, if this was a bigger network, it's a lot of programming. Everybody needs to be able to talk to everybody. Not ideal. Yeah, static route is kind of your last resort if you on bigger networks, and kind of more or less a go-to on smaller networks. For the most part, just static route can't. Okay, perfect. So everyone's talking to everyone now. So let's get router three. Get back to this situation. Talking to router zero. So I will ping. So I do this one, and router zero is able to talk to router three, and I can only imagine it's like that. Woohoo! Everyone's able to talk to everyone. Perfect. So that is static crowding, as very useful. Like I said, staying for smaller. But now I'm going to do static summarization, which once you get past the four network routers, I would assume most people would take this approach, especially if it's the same IP address. 1 second, let me reset my system. That's a lot of talking. Uh, and then, so here's the same setup. Zoom in a little bit closer so see the numbers. This one, see a lot. I believe I'm able to do this, and this is going to be static routing summarization. So I believe I can just do this off the first one. And the commands are kind of the same. IP routes. And then this is where it differs a little bit. So my destination network, the network I'm trying to reach, save those. The network I'm trying to reach is just going to be these first two octets. It's two sets. That's what I'm going to type down. It's a little easy. See? 192.168, and I would just put 00. And because I'm only working with the first two octets, my subnet mask will be 255.0.0. And then this, my next hop, it's still going to be this IP address. Perfect. So now that is going to set up my static routing entire network of 2168. Let's see. This is more of a newer sub concept that I've learned recently. Just gonna test this some for my own personal knowledge. And I don't believe it will work because I do need to still set up the same network summarization. But for the most part, what I can do is just copy this and kind of copy and paste that to sub D. Sits this one jump. Use myself by shorthand. This one. I'm curious with this one. Oh, it's just vice versa. That's right. Enable terminal. Okay, sounds good to me. Oh, oh, what am I doing? I'm fumbling. Still worked. R3's next jump 6 8. So what? Okay, perfect. Now I have all of them connected. I'm gonna do my routes. Yeah, I can figure. And it should say all my sec routes. Okay, and then R3, I should be able to ping R0. So it did work. I did a little bit too quick after that. So let me just does work. 6 8 1 works from that way. The other side of the works from this side. So yeah, that's IP static routing station. As you can tell, it's a lot easier. Still pretty more ideal for the smaller. As you can tell, significantly quicker, kind of more of communication, more copy and paste approach. And less, in my personal opinion, less of an opportunity to make a small mistake. Yes. that is static routing as a whole and static summarization. Thank you and